What up, boys?
What's up, homie?
What's up?
Well, so we've been talking about this one for a while too. So first things first, I want to ask, how was y'all's Thanksgiving?
It was pretty low key for me. Spent some of my uncles, chilled out for a little bit.
Okay.
Family.
Just spent some time with the family.
Was it outside or inside?
He has like a little bit of land, so it's kind of like a mixture of both.
Y'all had a fire going?
Nah, hell no.
What?
It was raining.
It was raining.
Yeah.
It was like completely.
They would have put the fire out, bro. But I mean, that's good though. Anytime you get to spend it with your family and shit like that, I'm sure it's been a minute since y'all seen them. Probably. Yeah. I know y'all been busy. We've been trying to make this happen for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, bro.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. It's good to see you, man. Always good to see fucking old faces, bro. But so one of the first ones I want to ask, bro, is how did y'all meet?
Oh, bro. We met early, bro. We met like in like middle school, elementary type. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've always known. Like we were just talking about this the other day, actually.
Dude, we like just had that conversation.
Since almost like the third or fourth grade. Like you know when you just know somebody by like looking at them.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
they just had like friends of friends kind of thing. That's kind of how it was.
And then like sixth grade came along. I think we had a couple classes, but still it was like I knew him from afar. And then seventh grade we played football together.
Oh, okay.
So if it wasn't for football, we wouldn't be here today.
What were you like his running back or his? I remember you played receiver.
I was his receiver, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alfred. So he played quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we always had that little chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all went to the same high school, right?
Same school.
What, Pasadena, Deer Park?
Deer Park.
Deer Park.
Mm-hmm.
So whatchamacallit, bro? So I guess like tell us about yourselves. Who, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all do? Who are y'all?
Okay, so I could definitely speak for both of us on this. I mean, we're L&I Renovations. You know, we flip houses. More recently, we actually been wholesaling houses. You know, basically, whenever you get a house under contract and just flip it over to an investor and just make you're kind of like the middleman of the transaction. You're just making that little bread between, and that's honestly in direct relation to the market right now. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure you've heard like, recession.
No, it's pretty
everything's
crazy.
all crazy, you know, and like
Inflation.
dude, like just like the news is just like inflated that like propaganda so heavily, like, you know, from like a realtor just telling you right now, like it is not that bad. It is not that bad. Like, yes, like interest rates are high. Yes, like, you know, like houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer, but like the past 2 years we had like 40% in appreciation in just like real estate alone. Like you could have bought a house 2 years ago and just did nothing to it and it would have appreciated 40%. That's kind of crazy, you know?
That
like,
is insane.
And over
bro.
like this next year it's going to be like 1% like appreciation, which is like now they're like, okay, 1%, that's it, you know, but like, bro, you just had 40% over the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take it into perspective like that.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's us, man.
Yeah, I knew whenever I bought this house, I was like, I might have fucked up. I said, yo, I might have fucked up, but I got 2 dogs. And I have my girlfriend, so I just thought it was, and I was living in an apartment for about a year. So I was kind of like, man, it's time. I need more room. I don't give a fuck how much I gotta pay. It's time to get more room.
Now, something I always say, bro, it is never a bad time to buy, bro. Like, so like you could buy whenever interest rates are high, right? Okay, you just keep holding on to it till a year or two and you could just refinance to a cheaper, you know, interest rate, you know? Okay, you got your house like too high at, you know, at a purchase price. Okay, just keep holding on to it. It'll just catch up, you know? Like you cannot lose like in real estate, bro. Like buy, if you can afford to buy, bro, do not rent. You're just like giving money to somebody, you know what I mean? And not getting a return. You're never going to own that property, you know? But whenever you purchase a property, I mean, you're at least paying to own it eventually. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like always buy if you can. That's like the message here.
I'm glad you clarified that because you were like, anytime you can buy, like, you know what I'm saying, buy. And you were like, when you can afford it. But I was going to be like, what if I only have $20 in my bank account? You know what I mean? Like, is that a good time?
Okay, maybe you shouldn't buy in that scenario.
Yeah,
you know?
but
you gotta buy when affordable.
Yeah, 100%.
There you go.
But okay, so another question I have that I'm pretty sure other people like have as well. But at what point in the whole
Good question.
Go ahead.
Who brought up the idea of like, hey, you know, I want to get into real estate, or like, did you bring it up to him, or how did they go about?
That's a funny story because like honestly, it came from It came from there just this one time, right? That like Lorenzo called me. He's like, "Yo, bro, should I do real estate?" Like he just asked me about it. And I was like, "Yeah, bro." Like I was hyping up. I was like, "It'd be really cool because like I had been looking. I wanted to like try and get a crib and like I've always thought about it because that's what my grandpa did growing up.
Yeah.
And that's how he made his fortune over here. Was just like buying and fixing up cribs.
Okay.
But long story short, I just slightly knew about it, and he was like, "I'm gonna get my real estate license," and I was like, "Do it, bro, and I'll buy your first crib."
Yeah.
And I was very like hesitant. Like I want that to be known. Like I was not like I was like, yo, like
You weren't super confident in the.
I remember this conversation so like clearly. I remember like I was walking around like in my closet, like on my phone, because I have like a walk-in closet, and you've been in my house.
Yeah. So what I had to ask was, I remember you at one point, like you got to like the final test. I think you can only fail it so many times, right?
Oh, dude.
This man got on like the literally final strike that he had, bro, in order to pass it.
So
and I remember him being so like determined to do it. Go ahead and explain that.
Okay, so the way that it was, bro. So you have like 3 chances to like 3 chances to pass the real estate exam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you have to like take the whole schooling all over again.
And how long was that?
The schooling, I think, took like 6 months to like, you know what I mean? Like 6 months. It wasn't that long, but it was
I
just
think
like
it's kind of
tedious.
at your pace.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
at your
okay,
pace,
okay,
but
got
it
you.
was like super tedious.
And you were working at the time too, right? At a restaurant.
I was working at a restaurant at the time, yeah.
Saltgrass.
Saltgrass Steakhouse,
Yeah.
shout out Saltgrass Steakhouse. But yeah, bro, I mean, you have 3 chances to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have to like take the schooling again. And I was on the second time, and I was like, damn, like I passed. I mean, I failed by like 1 point or something like that. And I was like, damn. I was like, so I got one more time to clutch it up. Bro, I studied so damn hard before that damn test, and I got it. I ended up getting it, and it was all good from there.
Who is that?
What is that?
It's not mine.
Did
I don't even have that noise.
So how was it whenever were you like, man, I don't want to work for nobody no more?
Well, bro, honestly, whenever I had that recollection, it was actually at Saltgrass Steakhouse. Like, shout out, like, damn, I got nothing but love and everything. But, like, bro, like, honestly, like, I would definitely get bossed around over there, you know? Because, I mean, as they
little
should.
boy.
As they should, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like, it's their job, you know? But at that point, I was like, bro, like, this ain't for me, bro. Like, working for somebody else and, like, you know, it just was not for me, bro.
That's kind of where this, why we started this podcast, because it's like, I got fucking tired of working for people. I mean, I still work for somebody, but
It's a little bit different.
But you're still in the pursuit of becoming your own boss, you know?
Literally, yeah.
And honestly, just hanging around him, because, I mean, he's always been his own boss, and I was like, man, like, I want to do that too, you know? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that real estate was a way to get into it, so I was like, I'm just going to pull the trigger and do it.
Yeah, and the way we like had started this company is like, I remember there was a time at my apartment and he was just looking at houses. Like, he had just got his license, right? And then he's like, bro, look, this is how you run comps. This is how, like, he's all like excited and stuff. And I'm like, that's what's up, man. And then I was like, you know what, bro? We should get a house, because like I came up off of, like some bread, like around like $30,000, like off like some accidents and stuff.
Okay.
And then like super blessed for that, because that's how I started this company. Is like I said, I was just like, bro, there's one day we're just chilling. He showed me everything with the comps.
Dude, come on, dude. You already knew, bro.
and then I was like, bro, we could fucking make money off this. And then
So, well, tell them what comps are. I don't think they know.
you
what-
tell them, you're the real.
Okay, so I mean, what comps are is like basically like, so like before your realtor bought this house, like he ran comparables on the property. All right, I trust he did. He ran comparables on the property to like, you know, like 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet, whatever, to make sure that you're purchasing it at a good price. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna, you know, he doesn't want you to overpay for it, you know. So like similarly, like how we were doing that with other properties, like okay, like this one needed $30,000 to work. You know, it's gonna cost us this much to purchase, and we could probably sell it for this much after, and then we can kind of like see how much we're gonna profit, see how much we could potentially lose, stuff like that. So like whenever I started running numbers like that, he was like, okay, like that's what's up. Like,
Yeah.
like I can get down with this because I actually knew what I was doing.
It was a step in like the right direction, kind of.
Exactly.
So I saw that and I was immediately like making LLC right now.
You were intrigued, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
made an
so-
LLC like literally that day.
Yeah,
No
that's
shit.
it. All could like inspired in like one
It
single
was
day.
so quick.
Dang, for
It was like,
That's
one
quick, bro.
conversation.
Them boys pulled the trigger on that thing
One
fast.
conversation, just one conversation. We're just like, just do it, and I was like, all right.
I had
All
the
right.
bread there, and I was just like, you know what, man, let's just do it. And I just started it up.
Yeah. That's sick, dude. That's awesome. That's literally like pull the trigger on your dreams type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was kind of just like I also fell in love with the thrill because I just like dove into real estate after that, just like bow 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 every day because I was interested.
Because like I think that's the best way to do it, because honestly, like people could just be like, oh well, what if this happens? What if this happens?
If you think about the
and
what
you kind of
ifs.
get like analysis.
And the market
paralysis.
was hot.
And the market was super super hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
so
the
that's
time,
why like
yeah,
dude, let's just take
100%.
advantage.
Everybody was trying to become a realtor.
Dude,
Yeah.
literally.
And I was like, now we got to get into this.
No, that's awesome, bro. That y'all just had that, like, I guess, moment of realization, like, that same day. I didn't even realize it started like that. But that's pretty sick to know, dude. I'm sure, like, that kind of stuff right there just literally, like, inspires me. You know what I mean? Because you just took what you had and were like, bro, let's do it. Let's just take the jump. You know what I mean? You clearly knew he knew what he was talking about. You know what I mean? So you trusted him. Y'all trusted each other.
I believed in him, and I tell him that to this day.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. And I remember talking to you, bro. You're a lot like older than what you are. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, just by the way you talk, bro. And I was super happy that he was around someone like that. You know what I mean? Because I see how much it's like elevated his mindset and whatnot. But one thing I do have to ask is that so him, I think he is a part of a HOA committee. But like, my question is, would you say that HOA is a scam? Like, how would you feel? Like, how do you feel about that, bro? Because I know, like, it's like there's certain things that come with it as far as like them having to like keep up with their houses a certain way, which is understandable completely. Mm-hmm. But go ahead and dive in more in depth.
Okay, so HOA, I think it definitely has its pros and cons. I mean, like I could definitely say a few pros are, I mean, you're going to be in a better neighborhood, you know, because I mean, you got those people looking to making sure, hey, your yard needs to be 2 inches or less or whatever the hell, you know, you need to like keep up with your trash and you do that. So I mean, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily a scam, but I have had buyers be like, yo, when I get a house, like I don't want an HOA because I don't feel like paying for that little fee, you know.
Does that make it does that make it tougher, like during the process, or no? Like you just
to not have an HOA?
To not have an HOA, because I feel like most good subdivisions, do have an HOA.
Honestly, yeah, a lot of like nicer neighborhoods and like you said, subdivisions do have HOA because I mean they're nicer. You know what I mean? You have to like pay for that. You know, like you pay to have like a nice crib. You know, but I mean it's not impossible to find a nice house without HOA, but it's a little tough. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like, man, if you go around this neighborhood, there's a lot of houses that look like shit. I'm like, bro, do we even got HOA?
What the fuck am I paying for this HOA for, you know?
And I had my, I have a trash can they left here, and I had it on the side of my house for like a week, and nobody ever told me nothing about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, this shit even real?
Okay, well, I can't speak for your HOA, but most HOAs are pretty good. They're pretty on your ass about making sure that your house is upkept, you know?
Yeah, maybe mine gave up, dude.
Is it really more like a bottom line is to keep all the property values up?
Exactly, yeah, because they want to uphold that standard of like, because I mean, if they didn't have that HOA, then like, I mean, the neighbor could go to shit, and then
because it could affect your neighbor's value just by the way that this house looks.
Yeah.
So, and then it could just like chain reaction and it just starts bringing down values.
Exactly, yeah. And there's certain stuff that you have to get approved like through the HOA, like if you want to like
paint
down
your
some
house.
wall. There you go. Yeah. Paint
I always thought that was fucking crazy that you have to get permission.
Like, this is my crib. What do you mean?
I want to do hot pink, and they're like, yeah, you can't do that. And then they give you a list of colors that you could. This is what you can do. And well, I don't want any of these colors.
These are all boring as hell.
Well, I'm not painting it then. But so like the whole open house process stuff. Mm-hmm. Like discuss how like I guess that works.
Well, I mean, as far as an open house, I mean, it's pretty like self-explanatory. Like whenever like a new listing hits the market, like you want to get as many buyers as possible. So I mean, you just have this open house, make it a big event. You know, invite all the neighbors, get like the signs out and everything like that. Invite everybody.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a house that like that's under L&I or anything. It could be generally any open house. I guess.
Generally any open house, you know. I mean, it's just a great way to get some buyers, you know, or even potentially sellers. I've got a couple of sellers like, hey, like this house is for sale, and they're like, okay, well, could you tell me how much mine's worth? And I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that for you, you know. Yeah. So I mean, it's just a good way to get some more business. I mean, at least in my office, like we preach like open house. If you're not doing open house weekend, what are you doing? You know, like you got to get out there, you know, because I'm actually doing this Sunday for like a new build. Like 3 3% commission, and then like also like if you get a buyer before the year ends, like $15K on top. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that open house. Pretty
open
easy.
house. Are you catering an open house? Are you baking cookies for this open house? Or
Honestly, I used to do that. It just kind of depends. Honestly,
You used to bake them.
No, okay, I wouldn't bake them.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I would just we would just I would just buy the cookies. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
so cookies.
Take
That was
take the $1.50
I guess a
off.
tactic you were doing, like putting out some kind of something for the open
you
house.
gotta do what you gotta do, I think.
Yeah, just to get extra business, And I wasn't necessarily doing cookies, but like I always wanted to like make sure that whatever I was doing had my marketing on it. So like for Halloween last year, I handed out these little like candy bags, and I had, like my business card, candy, and I'm like, hey,
That's smart.
invite the
That's
kiddos
fucking-
and everything like
yeah.
that, So it's like, hey, here's the candy, but also if you need some real estate help, let me know,
Yeah.
A lot of this business is just getting your name out there. Honestly, like it's just like, yo, like who do you know?
Building that clientele, right?
Yeah, and your brand,
Especially, because I feel like, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but how often is it that, let's just say an agent that works with like a certain brokerage, like they have their own business? Is it pretty common?
As far as like have their own business, what do you mean? Because like every agent has their own business.
Like they all have their own LLCs?
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, so honestly, like some agents don't like have their own LLCs. Like for like I have the one for L&I, and I'm actually opening up another one for like just my realtor business, because you want to be taxed as that. You don't want to be taxed as a W-9 or whatever. You want to be taxed as a business, so you can write off gas or write off this, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. Write off business meetings.
Do you have to be work for a brokerage for so long before you could have your own?
Yeah, so you actually have to work under a broker for 4 years until you get your broker license, and like because that's actually what I plan to do. Like I'm gonna have like my own team and like have my own business that way. I'm like I have agents that work under me and like
And
what I mean?
you were talking about you get 3% off this brokerage or something. So is it like when you have your own, are you getting a bigger cut and giving that 3% to the agents that are working for you?
Yeah, that's a great question actually, because a lot of people think that agents keep like, okay, you keep the full 3%, like damn, you get paid good. I'm like, yo, like I gotta pay my broker, like I have to pay my cap, because there's a certain cap you have to hit before you keep your whole commission. Like you have to hit like I think like 5 million in gross, like just in gross sales, just to keep like your full commission. You have to pay your transaction coordinator, you have to pay, like I said, you got to pay your broker, so
is
like,
that different? Sorry to cut you off, but is that different with each brokerage?
Yes, yeah. Typically, like sometimes it's like 75-25, or like obviously I keep 75%, I keep 25%, or like it could be like 60-40 or even 50-50. Those ones that are 50-50, there's kind of like a pro and con to it, because you're only getting 50% of your commission, but at the same time, like you probably have that split because they handed you a lead and said, hey, this guy wants to sell his house, and it was like $500K or something. Like you're not going to complain about a 50% on that,
Yeah, 100%. What are the I guess like from your perspective, you know what I mean? What would you say that the I guess like 5 red flags, or like any red flags that you would you look for now that you didn't really pay attention to, I guess like back then, as far as like when you first started out?
Okay, so
buying a home.
So for like flips, or you mean like whenever I'm representing the buyer, because he's really good on like identifying like, oh, like damn, don't buy that for a flip, or like
Let's say both. Let's say flips and buys.
You want to handle the flip part of it as far as like walking a property?
I think it goes within both, honestly, because
That's true.
He would basically like run comps like on a certain area. I mean, a certain house, like, and he would basically, we would just like project from pictures, because they would have like okay pictures on there. But I would just like honestly kind of project of like what we could look and see if the spread was worth it, as far as like, I mean, there's some spreads that could be like you buy a house for 125 and you can sell it for like 225. But like you just gotta look at spreads and see what you gotta put into the work, as far as like 50,000 with the renovations, and you could probably make like a 40 profit off that $100,000 spread, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So it would start with him first, and then we would just make an appointment, go check out the building, or go check out the house, check out the work. I mean, little baby things that I've learned through experience, like seeing like cracks in walls or something.
Okay, like something that you necessarily didn't look at before.
Yeah, and you always got to focus on like the big ticket items, like plumbing, electrical. The roof, the driveway. Those are things you look
Foundation.
off the rip.
Yeah.
Like check things out. And the foundation goes within, like if you see like above a door and it has like cracks and stuff, you might have foundation issues, cracks in the wall.
And then obviously if it's like slanted when you're walking, I mean, pretty sure there's foundation issues,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I bought this house, man, I was looking at a lot of fucking houses. And I was trying to buy a house that was like 170, 180, but the amount of work that needed to be done, I was like, bro, I'm not about to fucking, like the house looked like shit. And I didn't want to move in, have to fucking
Put in like 30,000 or something.
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck all that.
20K, yeah.
So I bought this house, but I don't plan on staying here. Like this is my fucking dream house.
Yeah.
So I was probably gonna stay here for like 2 years and fucking remodel everything and then sell it. But yeah, it was a lot of the houses that were out there, man. Fucking foundation issues, everything just looked like shit. But that's how I fucking found this house. And
Did y'all ever run into squatters?
And the squatters?
Yeah.
Oh, like no.
Oh,
like,
people. Oh,
that
Yeah.
goes
I
up.
like people that are living in the crib.
Yeah.
oh shit,
I was like, what? Hold up, what squatter? I just like took me a little bit to get that. I haven't.
I think that's more of a renting issue.
Yeah, like if we had a property that we owned and rented out, like, and it was vacant, like it probably would be squatters in there. But we actually had like some people like break in one of our houses before.
oh shit.
Yeah,
frustrating.
so, yeah, that was very frustrating.
Was it like a bum?
Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah,
Was it like-
we won't go too much into detail on that one, but that one, like, yeah, we had somebody break into the house and it was very frustrating to say the least. It's just like,
Was it a crib y'all were selling?
Did they vandalize the motherfucker, or were they looking for something?
Thank God.
no, they did not vandalize it. No.
I'll just say that they took some appliances.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's it.
But it happens.
Yeah, it happened. I mean, that's just part of the game, you know.
I
Yeah.
just like I said before we got on air. Like I just had someone break into my car last night. You know what I mean? So like I mean,
Crazy.
The thieves are like the roaches of the earth. I swear.
No,
bro.
for real,
They just
bro.
come out, bro.
There's goats.
Especially during the holidays. Like, come on, dude. Are you serious?
No, for real, the worst time of the year, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
That is true.
I was thinking, I'm just wondering if this guy was a part of the open house. And he's just like,
Nah, bro.
really,
He
he's
spec'd out
there
the
to like,
place.
yeah, he's
He cased
scoping
it
out
out,
that
you know?
fridge, or he's
And he was
scoping
like,
out
all right,
that
yeah, I'm gonna get
oven.
that. He's like, you know.
Like, let me leave this door unlocked.
I'm coming back for this.
You know, now that you say something. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I mean, shit, dude. It's like people go in there with
That's true.
intentions not to buy.
Honestly, our what we predicted at first, whenever we heard like, or whenever we saw that somebody had broken, I was like, bro, what if it was an agent?
Now
Because
we immediately. I thought that immediately. I
Yeah.
was like, man, he could have just like left it unlocked and told his homeboys like, hey, bro, I saw this house today.
so
Like
you're
try to
good.
like
no shit.
sabotage.
No
the cell or
cameras,
something.
no nothing. You're good.
Yeah,
you know?
just go in there and take the appliances. It's like,
Dang. But okay, so like from your experience, man, I'm not sure how many houses you've sold or not, or what the case may be, but and I'm sure it's like it comes to like a certain like preference with people or whatever. But I guess like the majority of people that you've talked to or whatever, what is the main thing I guess that they're like looking for when buying a home? Like, what are the main things that you like? So let's just say someone contacts you or whatever, and like you're kind of like, all right, I'm ready for this because this has happened damn near every single time I spoke with a buyer about something.
That's a great question because honestly, like all buyers are kind of like they're very emotional, very like they want to purchase it like oh like I could see my kids growing up here, I could see this, but like major things
Fuck them kids.
are honestly
Definitely there.
major things are honestly like they just want to get it at a good price. They're scared like I don't want to overpay for it, and then like the interest. I mean now you know like with interest rates they're like oh well I don't know like with interest rates I don't know if I want to buy anymore because I've had a couple of buyers like back out on me, but they're not aware of it because there's this thing called a 2-1 buy down to where like you could literally like buy down your rate. So like yeah like interest rates are like at like 6% or 5.7 or whatever, but like you could have the seller give you a concession and they'll give you like I don't know 10 11K just to buy down your rate to where yeah you still have it at 5.75 but they give you a credit of 11K and like you're basically paying like a 5 or I'm sorry like a 3% you know interest rate, which is pretty damn good, you know.
Well, so like if you can kind of give, because maybe some people might not know, but like give like an example, like how much would that be?
That's what do you mean like
How much would that 3% down be?
no, this isn't like this is the interest rate, not the down payment. Like as far as like the 3%, like you can go from like a, for example, you know, like rough estimate here, obviously, but like 1,700 like payment to like a 1,400 payment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it could be big, or maybe even less than that. You know. And that's really beneficial because sometimes people are like, I cannot pay more than $1,500, and then interest rates skyrocket or whatever. Like over the past month, they've been looking for a house, and now they're like at $1,700. They're like, well, now I can't pay anymore. Like I'm just gonna go back to renting and da 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 da. But they're not aware of that solution that's there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Have you ever had somebody that wasn't going to back out and you're telling them that this is a good deal and you persuaded them back into it?
Okay. Well, I had
But this is honestly like a good deal. I'm telling you.
I guess per se. It was actually right here on the port. Man, there was this like super like fire deal, bro. Like we got it like.
Can you tell us what the deal was?
Yeah, I'm going into it right now.
Let me get there.
So I think like the seller wanted 205 or something, or 210, and we ended up negotiating the 200K. Ended up having him like give us 5,000 in concessions. Ended up having foundation warranty because the buyer was really concerned about the foundation, and he was like, man, like I don't know if I want to do this, like my wife and this and this and that or whatever. And I was like, yo, like you're getting 5,000 for the closing costs. I was like, you're getting 10,000 off of the actual list price. Like this is a really good deal. He ended up still backing out, but it was still good.
Oh, disappointing.
Yeah, it was his wife. He was just like, nah, like it was all good, but I was just like, damn,
That being said, like, is the foundation probably one of the most important things that you have to look for in buying a house?
Dude, that one's huge because it's so expensive.
Because I mean,
so
if
expensive.
that starts cracking or whatnot and the house starts settling, couldn't it like literally send a crack through the fucking house?
Yeah, that's what I was explaining earlier. As far as like when you go into a house and you look on top of the doors and windows and you see like cracks coming from like
The frame and
you
stuff.
could literally have a crack just running
all
the way to the ceiling to the wall.
It will run all the way down if it stays like that for a while.
Holy shit, dude! And how do you go about fixing the foundation? Or that shit just
You gotta fucking
that's out of there?
You gotta get a foundation company to come out. And it depends if it's
Yeah.
on pier and beam or if it's on slab, because there's different ways to fix it. Yeah. But I'm not a foundation expert or nothing. But that's all.
So y'all would just hire contractors? For
Yeah,
that?
we would just hire somebody for that.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, honestly, because
It just depends on the spread. If it
yeah, okay,
if you
depends
can
on the
fit
house.
into your
Okay.
budget.
Okay.
Yeah, because some foundation can be from like 5,000 to like 10,000.
Well, yeah, I guess 5,000 to fix foundation don't really seem too bad, but
Yeah.
I'd imagine to get a little more pricier than
yeah,
that.
because sometimes it's minor, but sometimes it's like completely like
The whole
Just
house.
let the house go.
God
like as
dang.
soon as you walk in, you're just like, oh. It's like, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with the foundation.
Nah, there's some houses like that for sure.
Like straight up, like I'm not even exaggerating.
Holy
I'm not exaggerating. Yeah,
It's like
dude.
you're walking in like a fun house or
Yeah,
some shit.
literally.
Holy fuck.
Have y'all like have y'all ever been in a house where like somebody's been murdered and like if y'all are trying to tell somebody, how do y'all go about telling them about that?
How do you find out there's a murder in there?
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's supposed to be the disclosure.
yeah, it's supposed to be in the seller's disclosure. So like honestly, like a good question that like gets asked is like, yo, like when do you have to tell somebody that somebody died here or something? So to answer that question, honestly, it's if it's not a natural. If it's unnatural way, like if they like committed suicide or like they got shot in the face or something, that's when you have to disclose it. But if it was if it was in a natural way, like he was like 85 years old and like he passed away in his sleep, you don't have to be like, hey, somebody died right there. You know? You don't have to say
Yeah, I know that there's different states, different laws about disclosing that kind of information.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that being said, it's like, all right, if it's natural, you don't have to say anything. But if they ask, do you still have to? Would you have to disclose it?
I think honestly that's up to the listing agent, to be like, hey, like, yo, like I would tell my buyers.
Because it's
I would.
natural. I honestly don't even have to answer you.
You don't have to.
truthfully.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
you know what? 6 people died here naturally. That sounds fucking crazy because it's like, okay,
It does.
who's killing these people?
Okay,
Like,
but-
a house? Like, shit.
Well, if the house is super old, like, okay, if it was built like way back when and a few families have died, it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of a given, it's kind of part of life, But I mean, if it was like 5 murders happened here, it's like, all right, there's definitely a common denominator here,
Yeah.
Okay, if it's a murder
Some Amityville shit, bro.
or like a suicide, like you said, you do have to disclose it. Do you have to disclose that if they ask, or are you just off the rip? You have to tell them.
You could definitely be like very vague because like I'm not gonna say someone got murdered here. Like I would probably say like in the seller's disclosure, like a natural death has taken place in the property.
Unnatural.
Like kind of like yo, something happened here.
Did they go in depth with it on the disclosure or no?
I haven't.
They're like,
seen
no,
it.
I want depth. What happened?
Like no, like
You don't want to know.
I haven't seen it gone in depth before. No, but I mean that's what I would put. Just something kind of vague. Like, hey, something kind of happened here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know? And if I have a conversation with the other agent on the other side of the transaction, I'm like, yeah, like this kind of happened here.
You kind of got murdered.
Yeah.
He kind of got murdered. Well, shit,
But something
dude.
honestly we wanted to ask you guys is honestly what had you guys actually start the podcast? Because I feel like for me at least it was something out of the blue, and I was like, yo, like that is super dope.
And the setup that you already have is
Like dude, it looks good because y'all have only been doing this for like a week or two or something.
Like a week
No
and a half.
way.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's been
like I'm
it's
just
been
looking around. I'm
2
like,
weeks now,
yo,
maybe.
this is profesh.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I appreciate that, man.
Got set up quick.
Yeah,
no,
bro.
we weren't playing around when it came to it, bro. Because like you said, man, like one of the main reasons we started this was because like we wanted to kind of like work for ourselves in a way.
Yeah.
Like we're tired of working for people and like for companies and stuff like that. We kind of wanted to do our own thing, and this is something that we've always wanted to do. We love having like conversations just in general, by ourselves. And then we thought about it and we're like, bro, let's bring people on, like, you know what I mean? So that they can kind of see like what other people do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like help put Houston on the map in a way, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And like, we just had a local artist come on here recently, I thought it was great that we're getting some like diversity and bringing L&I on, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was sick. I was like, but really, I mean, that's what it was, just kind of like being inspired by other people's like, just by their own hustle, you know what I mean? By things that they wanted to do.
I think as of lately, because I mean, this idea goes back 5 years.
Yeah, it's been like a long
we've
time
talked
coming.
about it, and I mean, and the first thing that we ever had for this was the name, and
For
so
real.
we've
Literally
been
the
holding
first
on
thing
to
we
the
had.
conference for 5 years.
What's his name?
What
What's
did
the
that
name?
Yeah, where did that name come from? The conference. I'm curious on that.
Because we talked about this like 5 years ago. We're like, man, we start a podcast. We're like, okay, but what the fuck are we gonna name it? Fucking throwing in some stupid shit, man. And he was like, the conference. And
Well,
we're like,
at first I wanted to call it the segment.
yeah.
They weren't digging the segment, and then I was like, all right, the conference.
That conference is better, but
This is the
I
conference.
don't hate the segment.
Get off the show.
But
I don't hate it. I guess.
but it's the way he said it. He wasn't like the conference. He like, he said it in a deep voice, and it was like the conference.
The
And we're
conference.
like,
I don't have that recollection of it, but
we're like, fuck yeah. So, what took us so long to fucking make this happen? I don't even know, man. One day I just went out.
location.
Look, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was on the other side of Houston at one point. Kinda.
Damn.
So it's like inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been way more inconvenient than it is now. He lives a lot closer, but it was just like, I don't know. I really don't know what it was, because I guess generally, like, we could have started it a long time ago, but I really don't know what it was, bro. Honestly, I really don't. Like, I guess we just got tired of like, man, like, just because you work them jobs after a while, bro, and you're like, this ain't it, man. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of wake up and you're like, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's something else I'm supposed to be doing.
That's deep.
And I was like,
For sure.
we kept thinking about it, and then one day he was like, yo, man, like, I guess he just had a rough day at work or whatever, like we always do sometimes. I'm sure some people here, y'all can relate, but it was just like, fuck it, dude, like, why don't we just go for it, just kind of like the jump y'all took, you know what I'm saying, like, let's just do it. And now, I mean, we're doing it, man, and we're not obviously at where we want to be at, but even then, like, just being grateful for the conversation we're able to have with different people right now. We already have more people lined up to talk to, and it's like,
That's live.
yeah, it's just like, it's cool, bro. Like, this is literally what we've wanted to do for the longest, man. And I enjoy having conversations with people, bro. Getting like, just kind of like free knowledge and just advice from other people that are even younger or older than us, doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally all it's about, bro. Just doing what you want to do, doing what you love.
That's deep. I like that.
Yeah, bro. That's just what's up.
I think we finally found ourselves in a position to do it. And when I say location, it's because probably before starting this, one, we weren't in the position to just make the jump financially, and then two, we were always worried about location. But as soon as Matt got this place, and when he got this place, it just so happens that we were both financially in a position to where we could just jumpstart everything, get this, get that, all the mics, all the stands, all those nonsense. And so it happened like that as soon as he got it, you know. So it was just like that was one of the big things that we were really trying to wait on was the location and just start setting ourselves up financially to be able to just pour into it. And like you said, I mean, you like what we got going on, but the thing is like a week and a half, you know, this is what we got. And, you know, it's fucking, it is amazing. I appreciate y'all fucking noticing it.
Nah, for sure. Did you guys like have any doubts like whenever y'all getting everything going, we were like, well, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't think we did, man. Look, we started with iPhones.
Yeah, we started with iPhones before we got these cameras, but I won't lie, man. Like after a while, I kind of did have a little bit of self-doubt, but yeah, just a little bit, bro. And after a while, I'm like I talked to my girl about it and whatnot, and she kind of like helped me out with that. And she was just like, well, you know, like you're not gonna be where you want to be right away, you know. She was like, you have to start somewhere, and that's just like how it goes with everything. You have to just grind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're never, and that's one thing we always say in the show is like, you're never gonna be where you want to be if you're not consistent with it. Like if you're not consistent, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all just decided to start the L&I thing and maybe y'all bought one house or whatever and y'all ended up selling it and you're like, all right, cool, like that feels good. You know, y'all got that small win. Y'all just kind of sat on that for like a few months without doing anything. Like, you know, where would y'all be at now? You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be where you wanted to be. So that helped me a lot, bro. And after that, like we just got more comfortable with it. And I was like, man, like even if 500 people were to watch it or 200 people were to watch it, you know what I mean? Like I'm just grateful that there's people that actually tune in, care and actually hear about the conversation that we're having and just the diversity that we're going to be having on this. Like I'm just grateful for the people that are subscribed. I just want to thank y'all, by the way. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the people we have subscribed, for the people that view this. 100%, bro. Yeah, because we wouldn't even be doing this without y'all. We wouldn't be doing this without any of y'all. So I do want to thank y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, man. And so I went out one day and I bought everything. And I called them. I said, hey,
He said, hey, quit your jobs. We got to go.
Bro, for real.
But I brought everything back over here. And if y'all see the video we put out, the fucking quality's horrible.
The first one?
Yeah, the very first one.
It's not so bad. It's just that...
it's just gotten a lot better.
It's gotten a lot better,
yeah,
like drastically. You know what I mean?
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, like
man.
that way better.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. The fact that so I do the editing. I didn't know how the fuck it was gonna come out with these two cameras. But if you watch the video we did with that rapper,
yeah, that was good, dude.
It came out fucking good.
Nah, it was fire.
So I sent it over to them, dude, and they were like tripping out. They were like, "Holy fuck, dude! Put that shit out,
bro. Put that shit on. Come on."
Yeah.
He'll always before he actually ends up posting the videos, he'll show us like a preview of it, like how do y'all think it looks or whatever, and like he'll kind of send us
like
a clip.
Verify.
Yeah, literally.
That's cool.
And I'm like, oh, dude, that looks sick. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And after that first video, you know, when we had the different shots, it was like, dude, this looks legit. It looks nice or whatever. You know, he puts a lot of time into it, bro. And there's been times where we've helped him out with stuff as far as like, oh, you should put this here, you should put that there. You know what I mean? It's a collective effort for sure. And every time we do it, I just feel like we're finding more different ways to be creative with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just keep it like a team thing, because honestly, that's something that me and Zay are pretty good at. Like, you know, like we celebrate wins together. Like, it's
y'all
never
seem like y'all have like
it's
a really
never
good
like
chemistry,
me. It's always like for the company, man. L&I is gonna go up for this, man. You know, it's always us.
Yeah.
You know, it's never like, okay, I did this, we did this.
Yeah,
you know?
100%, bro. And I think that's the mentality you need to go into it with I guess with things you're doing with like
partners,
bro. 100%, bro.
Like,
because
straight up.
it's like it's a team thing, you know. It's never an I thing. Like I couldn't have said it better myself.
Because once bread starts rolling in the mix, like it's like, well, what about this? Like, I think I should get, you know what I mean?
You have to learn to make sacrifices.
Yeah, you got to make sacrifices for the team and for the company, you know.
100%. I guess that brings me to. Oh, go ahead. Say something.
Do y'all ever get tired of being around each other? Because I get tired of being around him.
I think there's times when there's frustration when we were like dealing with certain houses, like stuff just like kept repeatedly like going wrong and shit.
Oh, okay.
And then we were just with each other every single day, not eating, sleeping little.
Bro, just like stressing out about these damn careers.
And I'm just like, fuck you, Lorenzo.
I was about to say like, I never get tired of being around. Nah, most definitely. I mean, but that's with everybody. I mean, you hang out with somebody enough, it's like, all right, like I see this dude too much, you know. But
I don't know. I feel like maybe
I got tired of Isaiah, dude.
It could be different from I don't know, working with partners and then working with family.
I think so, yeah. I think so. But I mean, we've been just friends for so long. Like we know, like kind of like not necessarily like handle each other, but just kind of like how to cooperate.
Yeah,
in a way
pretty
that
much
I know that he'll like, and
family.
like he'll know that I'll be like, all right, bet, like that's cool. We could do it that way.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just about knowing your place and like how we could just. It's always like I said earlier, like just like okay, how is this gonna better the company? Like how are we gonna get out of this? How are we gonna how are we gonna be successful? That's really it.
That's really good. That's
You just have to keep it like that because I mean, if I'm the second I'm like selfish, it's like all right, dude, like it's not a company no more.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
It's what's together.
Yeah. You want to say something? Or no.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess the final question I will before we wrap this up, man. It's like what inspires y'all? You know what I'm saying? What kind of inspired y'all to start the company? I'm not sure if I asked that or not, but
It's a great question.
what inspired y'all to start y'all's company, to work together or whatever?
Well, what I could definitely say, so I mean, I thought he had something to add, so I guess I was waiting. But something for me, bro, is honestly like, I just think about what I'm gonna be on my deathbed, and bro, like honestly, people like they don't regret the things they did, they regret the things they didn't do. What if I just worked this job that I hated for 30, 40 years, and I'm like, man, what if I did start that company with Zay? What if I did this? What if I did that? I want to go to my deathbed and be like, bro, you know what? I did everything I wanted to do. I tried everything. I risked everything, bro, and I reap the rewards,
Yeah.
That's what pushes me. Honestly, just future me of saying like, damn, like I'm glad I did that. I could definitely say that for myself. I can't speak for Zay, but that's what pushes me in order to do the things that I want to do. Just taking that extra risk of doing it, bro.
I could definitely agree with that. With like, I think my life was just always fast. So I think I just started like being fascinated with getting stuff done. So I think at the end of the day, it's similar to Lorenzo's, but it's just because there's like other like factors that help me boost to like be here. Mm-hmm. Like I had a really good role model, a couple good role models.
100%, bro. You have a very good head on your shoulders. When I say that.
and that's why it was like it's like certain things that boosted me, like best friends passing and stuff. It really made me like start to go into a mode of like I said, fast-paced living, and it's like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff could happen quick, and things can change like drastically. Like
life is short, bro.
Yeah, so I just always like been, I guess, like on the drilling end of like the fast life.
Yeah,
that's what inspires me.
It kind of makes you like. It kind of like, especially when you lose friends, bro, and not even that, just anyone in general that you've been around, bro. It kind of it puts life into a different perspective for you, where you really, really understand, like, man, like we aren't promised tomorrow, like, you know what I'm saying? We could die after this, unfortunately, but like it just kind of makes you think, like you said, like the regrets that you have that you don't want to live with. Like, I wish I would have tried that out. I wish I would have done that. You know what I'm saying? Like that jump y'all took. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. That right there is just enough, I feel like. And if anyone's listening to this, you know what I mean? Like, let that kind of be y'all's motivation. Like, if y'all wondering, like, if y'all have a dream of y'all's that y'all want to start or whatever.
Just do it.
Just do it, bro. Because you're not promised tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to live forever, bro. Everyone thinks they're invincible till they're not.
And don't be scared of failure, because failure is the best teacher.
Bro, the best. And money will come and go, but time will not, bro. Like, time is more valuable than money. If you think that your money is more valuable than your time, try to get back an hour, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to realize that time is more valuable. You're only in a finite amount of time. You're always gonna make more money, bro. Can't make more time.
That's real. But
y'all found yourselves an opportunity where you get to work with your best friend all day.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's real too, dude. Yeah. Like you said, I'm sure y'all might get tired of one another at one point.
I call this guy a lot,
bro. Honestly, I think we talk like every day. But even not even about work. It's just like, because I mean, I think we had a conversation. I think like last week or something. And I was like, bro, like. We've literally just been talking about work. Like we just had like a homie day. We're like, let's just chill out, because like, dude, honestly, you can get so caught up just in your business, because I mean, every day you're trying to make it. It's an
everyday thing.
Yeah,
it's every day,
especially in y'all's work.
Like people say working like a job. I've never honestly like humbly like worked a job, like, but it's like I think you go on a like repetitive basis, and it's like but this is like 24/7, because if you don't like do it for yourself, then like it's not gonna be like, oh, I got a job to go to tomorrow. It's like. It might not be there,
Exactly. You're gonna have to go to a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be at like Chick-fil-A or Saltgrass.
Hey, chill.
No, but No, yeah, man. I do want to take the time to like let y'all know that I do appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah,
man,
appreciate
Yeah, I appreciate you having us, dude.
and giving us y'all's time, man. Like you said, like it's very valuable, man. But I enjoyed this conversation, man. I really did, bro. Y'all are two of my really my cousin, bro, and one of my very close friends, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for y'all, and I do appreciate y'all giving us y'all's time.
For sure, bro. Love goes both ways, bro. Like this podcast, bro. Like
I think it's gonna blow up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate that.
Y'all
I
have
do.
something good going here, dude. Just
I'm gonna repost this.
Yeah, like, bro, just consistency is so key, bro. And y'all been consistent. Like, I know it's only been a week or two, but, bro, just keep it going, bro. Like, just keep going, bro. Like, have zero views. I don't care. Just keep going, dude.
If you have this kind of amount of, how do you say, like, momentum going right now, like, if y'all keep the same momentum, like, going within, like, 6 months, who knows where y'all be.
Exactly.
Just focus on getting 1% better every single day.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Our views are going up and our subscribers are going up every fucking day.
Yeah,
so.
bro. Appreciate the viewers and the subscribers.
Yeah,
Shout out
we wouldn't be here
L&I.
without y'all.
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate y'all for coming on.
For sure, for sure.
But I'm gonna, I'm sure, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end it how I always end it. All right,
Bro, go ahead, bro.
Text the people that y'all love, bro. The one y'all ain't fuck with in a while, bro. Let them know you still thinking about them. Let them know they're still important, bro. And everyone has rough days, you know what I'm saying? Someone right now, you know, is probably going through something, bro. Just kind of be there for them. Let them know, like, hey, man, like, hope you're doing well. It's good to hear from you or whatever.
If you got dreams, goals, and ambitions, man, don't fucking give up.
Trust your gut. Trust your gut.
Fuck working for people.
All right, man. That being said, we will see y'all later. Y'all take care.
Y'all take care, guys.
Much love.